we began an investigation on the death of a child from a hot car incident. My only role today really is to extend our sympathies to the family and the friends and the neighbors and all those who are affected by this tragedy. My only other message to the community right now is that we need some time to sort this out before we really know what happened. If I was in the position of this father, mother, sibling, friend, I would want a lot of grace right now and a lot of support, and that's what I would ask of our community. We have a great community. I would ask just for support right now. We have time to sort out the facts of this case, and we will do what is right. But we don't know right now whether or not criminal charges are warranted or whether or not outrage is warranted. But we do know that support is warranted. The only other message which we will convey at some point today is the details that we can release today, and obviously for people to really, really, really be careful in this heat. This is one example of some things that can go wrong, but there are others. So we just ask people to be cognizant of that and be careful. That really concludes my statement. I will turn this over to Sergeant Smith. I will not be taking questions, and Sergeant Smith will give you guys what we have, okay? Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate you.
Good morning. My name is Sergeant Eric Smith. I'm assigned to the Public Information Office for the Cobb County Police Department. On yesterday, July 2nd, at approximately 5:36 p.m., Cobb County Police uniformed patrol officers responded to the address of 884 Wanda Circle, located in Marietta, Georgia, which is an address in unincorporated Cobb County. The call was in reference to a child who was found unresponsive in a vehicle. Officers arrived along with Cobb County Fire and EMS, and the 2-year-old child was transported by ambulance to Kennestone Hospital, where he was unfortunately pronounced deceased. The Cobb County Crimes Against Persons Unit was notified and began the investigation. The investigation into this tragic incident remains active. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest that the child was left inside the vehicle. No criminal charges have been filed at this time. The next of kin was notified, and the Cobb County Medical Examiner's Office assumed jurisdiction of the deceased. This incident remains under investigation. Anyone with information is requested to call the Cobb County Police Department's Crimes Against Person Unit at 770-499-3945. The case number assigned to this incident is 240-44-573. At this time, I will open the floor for questions, but keep in mind this is in the very early stages of this investigation, so there is some information we simply do not have.
Sergeant Smith, can you talk about the,
Well, yes, ma'am.
just the demeanor of the parents, how they're doing, how the family is doing?
As a parent, I can certainly sympathize that I'm sure they're very upset and distraught, but I have not had an opportunity to meet with them, so I don't have an exact answer for that question. Yes, ma'am.
Smith, do you know how long the toddler was in the car and how hot it was?
We do not know how long the child was in the car. As far as the temperature, it was, again, about 5 o'clock yesterday, which is still very hot, so it was well in excess of 90 degrees ambient temperature. I cannot comment as to what the temperature inside the vehicle would have been.
Did the little boy live in that home, or were he and his family visiting that home?
I do not have an answer to that, but I can check into it and possibly follow up.
Detectives on scene yesterday said that they believed that the toddler had been in there for a couple of hours. Would you say more than an hour?
I do not have that information. We can find that out and try to follow up.
Do you know if the child was with a parent, a family member in the car was driving it, or
The car was parked at the time, from what I understand.
who was the driver that
I
had?
do not have that information.
We don't know who the owner of the vehicle.
Do not have that information. But again, the report, the case number was given earlier. So at this time, that concludes questions, and thank you all for coming out.